Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, I want to take a look at the future of warfare and what will give the United States a military advantage going forward into the future. And I know we've talked a lot about drones and stealth aircraft and long range missiles, but we're heading into an age in which you have remote sensing systems such as satellites and long-range radars and what have you, and those systems obviously are able to detect surface warfare vessels. They're able to detect, in some cases, in a lot of cases, aircraft as well, and land targets, obviously. So, what technology going into the future will give the United States the advantage in terms of near-peer adversaries? And I believe that lies in the realm of the U.S. subsurface capability. And obviously, we have the Virginia class nuclear attack subs that are being enhanced with more vertical launch cells, meaning they have the ability to launch a couple dozen Tomahawk cruise missiles. But going beyond that, what is being researched that would provide submarines, let's say, with a air defense capability? And there's one system right now that is being developed by the Germans, and it's called the IDAS, and it's called the Interactive Defense and Attack System for Submarine. And what this is it's a smaller, very, very fast missile system. Right now it has a range of about 25 miles, a maximum speed of Mach 3. And this system has the ability to engage air targets. It can engage surface targets such as surface vessels, and then it can also engage land targets as well. And I think you have to even go beyond this system and look 5-10 years beyond this system as well, and what the United States could be possibly developing. But I think if you have a situation where you have a submarine that has the ability to approach a near-peer adversary, let's say China, and is able to get 50, 60, 70 miles off the coast, and has the ability to obviously these submarines would have the ability to detect aircraft acoustically, and then have the ability to engage those aircraft with long-range surface-to-air missiles. Yes, I said that correct. Surface-to-air missiles, subsurface-to-air missiles, launched from a submarine. Once these missiles are launched, they proceed towards the target. Obviously, these systems would have some fairly advanced artificial intelligence in reference to target identification and destruction. And these missiles could also be multi-use as well. They would not only have the ability to engage air targets, they would have the ability to engage surface targets as well, and a wide range of surface targets. Because let's face it, we don't necessarily need a missile that is going to hit just above the waterline to sink that vessel. The reality is a missile in the anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 pound range that has the ability, maybe with a 200 and 250 pound warhead, and has the ability to hit the vital sensor suite of a surface ship. And once those systems are taken out, it really limits what some of those surface vessels are able to do. So if you're able to hit the superstructure and take down air defense, radar systems, and other crucial targeting systems of said surface vessel, it essentially renders that a vessel ineffective, and then it could be subjected to other methods of attack that would make it much easier, and what makes things very complicated for these subsurface weapon systems, such as the Virginia class and the expanded Virginia class, is it's very difficult to detect these systems, these submarines, these attack submarines. And what makes these systems very unique is their a very advanced suite of sensors that have the ability to detect acoustically, again, airborne aircraft, and obviously surface vessels as well. And the only real threat could be submarines. But if the United States maintains this quantum leap in technology in terms of some of the opposing systems that the United States may face, it's really a moot point, because right now, especially in terms of subsurface warfare, the United States really has a massive edge, even on nation states such as China and other European powers as well. Obviously, China is developing stealth aircraft that could pose a threat to U.S. aircraft, especially in regards to low observability from the frontal aspect of the aircraft. But it still generates, those stealth aircraft still generate an acoustic signature that can be detected by submarines. And I believe, kind of going into the future, especially with autonomous weapon systems powered by more advanced artificial intelligence. So, one, you have a very difficult to detect launch platform in the form of a submarine that can also go after a wide range of targets with just, say, one type of missile system. And obviously, it would still have the ability to launch traditional torpedoes and also larger anti-ship missile systems out of its torpedo tubes, and as it would out of its vertical launch systems, as we develop more variety of these autonomous attack weapon systems. But in the future, I really believe those submarines are going to be very, very difficult, especially for nation states such as China, given kind of the technology leap that the United States possesses right now. So, for instance, we talk about often a possible Chinese invasion of Taiwan, and we often hear about how the Chinese would limit U.S. carriers from getting close to China or Taiwan proper with the use of its ballistic anti-ship ballistic missiles, long-range ballistic anti-ship missiles directed by satellites. Well, in all probability, if that conflict were to happen, the United States would pull back its carrier groups and would deploy its Virginia class attack sub, and it has the Ohio converted cruise missile sub as well that can launch 154 Tomahawks. And those systems would make it very, very difficult for the Chinese to move a large surface fleet from the mainland and conduct an amphibious operation against the Taiwanese. The U.S., I would envision roughly 7 Virginia class attack boats would render it very, very difficult for the Chinese to conduct said amphibious operation against the Republic of China or Taiwan. And those systems are going to continue to be developed, and at some point, as some of these more advanced autonomous weapon systems that can be deployed from the vertical launch systems of these submarines, these vertical launch cells that are now being instituted into the Virginia class next generation of attack ship, and even the generation after that will probably even have more enhanced cells. And then as the technology for these missiles continue to increase, much like this German system that is being developed, again, a system that can target aircraft. So the concept of a submarine shooting down aircraft, not necessarily with the full weight of the sensor suite on the submarine, but the ability to detect that there's some sort of war plane in the air, either by a data link from another aircraft transmitting the information to the submarine, or the submarine acoustically detecting said aircraft at great distances and then launching these multi-purpose missile systems that can both go after air targets, surface targets, and ground targets. I think right now is probably what is going to put the United States a leap ahead of near-peer adversaries. And then the whole concept of even submarines launching drones, kamikaze drones, extended range systems that can loiter and autonomously attack targets at its discretion, meaning targets that the artificial intelligence is able to scan, identify, and then launch said attack is kind of where we're heading in terms of warfare. And it's not talked about a lot in the I think in the warfare community. I think these other systems that we have right now are being looked at, but I really believe that going into the future, it is going to be those more advanced nuclear attack subs that can loiter subsurface and launch a variety of weapon systems, or maybe one weapon system that has the ability to attack a multitude of different targets, surface targets, that is. And then obviously the U.S. would have to maintain subsurface dominance as well in terms of any kind of submarine threats that are out there. But right now, the U.S. has complete dominance in terms of undersea warfare relating to submarines. Just wanted to talk about that and see what your thoughts are. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.